And of course, I was dragged into it. I was doing everything that everyone else was doing, living the way every young person lives, you know, especially the West. But of course, I grew up, alhamdulillah, I got the chance to grow up and think, and I started questioning a lot of things. I started questioning, you know, thinking about life, thinking about death, thinking about all these things. Of course, there was a lot of questions that wasn't answered. It was very hard for me at that time. I was about around 20 years old. So I became depressed. I started I became sad and I hated everything. I didn't understand why everything was like this. And but alhamdulillah, you know, this is something that this is one of the things that we have as human beings. That's something we forget, is patience also. So I carried on. I accepted life as it is. But 5 years ago, I learned something that you hear a lot about: friendship, how important is friendship and people around you. And I got to know some new friends in Sweden. I started visiting the mosque more often. I got to know some new friends, and I started seeing the things, the values that I had, the questions that I had before. I started getting them answered. So slowly, it made me happier, to be honest. Made me happy. I started getting all these questions that I had in my mind answered. So I started seeing the purpose of life. I started understanding why we're here, etc. Now, throughout my time, I was also, as you know, I'm a singer today, but I wasn't a singer before. I was more of a music producer, and I've always loved music. I've always loved to do something with music. I was even a rapper before, and that was all, you know, just for fun, as a hobby, etc. So music has always been there. Now, alhamdulillah, 5 years ago when I got alhamdulillah the hidayah, I decided first to quit music and just, you know, get a normal life, get married, have a family, have children, have a home, just work as everyone else does. Now, some of my new friends, they heard one of my songs. It's called Always Be There, you know it? And this song was the first song I wrote as an Islamic song. And one of my friends, his name is Zain from Sweden, he heard this song and he heard me, and subhanAllah, he knew Awakening, and he told me, what do you want to do about this? I said, I don't know, I've heard about this record label, and maybe I will contact them, send them a demo, send them an email with my story, etc. So he said, you know what, I know them. So send me the email and I forwarded it to them. So that's what I did. I sent it to Awakening because, you know, I felt that I found my talent, what I'm good, and I learned so much things in life, experience. I started knowing more about Islam, and I wanted to share it with everyone. And for me, I felt that music is such a powerful medium, and for me, it was the best way to convey that message. So of course, I contacted Awakening, I met them, etc. And this is to make them, that's one of the reasons I'm here today. But there was one thing, that my first performance was in Canada, 2008. And there was a wise man, he said something really, really beautiful. And I want to tell you this, I want to share this with you. And he was talking about, you know, people who live a normal life, they grow up and they die, and that's it. No one ever heard about them, no one knows anything about them, they never did anything special in life. They just lived, they ate, they drank, they slept, they worked, like everyone, you know, many people does in this life. He said, well, do you want to be like these people, or you want to be someone who's leaving a stamp in this life, who's leaving a legacy, who's leaving a footprint. You want to be someone to be remembered. How do you want to be remembered? So for me, I was thinking about this, subhanAllah, and I was like, I really want to be one of these kind of persons. And I remember I went back and I was having this conversation with my wife, and because I knew that what I'm doing now, it will require a lot of traveling, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of staying away from the family. So I wanted to motivate her as well. So I told her about this, and I told her, listen, we have to be these people. We want to do something in this life, and not just pass it like many people does. So alhamdulillah, she agreed on that. So so this is a little bit of my past story. Now I'm sure you heard about this beautiful saying that whoever leaves something for Allah's sake will get something even better. Have you heard it before? Yeah?
Yep.
Now I can tell you for sure, I know this for sure because I tested it and I feel it and I lived it. Because all this, what you're seeing here, I began practicing in 2007 in Ramadan. That was in, I think, September. And by, within 6 months, I met a lot of new friends. I met Awakening, and I met my wife. This is 6 months. I just decided I don't want to do this life anymore. This bad life I used to do. And subhanAllah, I got everything like this. So it was really a blessing. I know this for sure. Really, if you have a talent, find it. You know, make use of it. Have the good intention, the right intention. Work hard. Have a vision, as Mr. Sharif was saying. And inshallah, you will be successful. And I can tell you something. I'm successful because I'm singing about Islam. This is what I believe. And I'm successful because Allah wants me to be successful. Because I believe that success comes from Allah. And also, you know, as Mr. Shaykh was also saying, that successful, you can be successful, you can be millionaire, you can have whatever you can have in this life, right? But success is not exist in this life. So I believe, inshallah, what I'm doing now, what I'm doing today, will make me also successful in the hereafter, inshallah. And this is the main thing. How can we live life, you know, and benefit from this life, and benefit from the other life, the next, inshallah, the hereafter. There was one thing also important, a beautiful saying I learned, very beautiful, is that, I don't know this in Arabic, maybe you can help me, Sashir. And, but I know in English, and I felt, I understood the deepness of it. It's so beautiful. It said, live your life as if you would live forever. Alright? And live for hereafter, for akhirah, as if you would die tomorrow. For me, this is like, when I heard this, and I thought about it, this is, for me, it concludes the whole like existence. Like, you know, earth, life, and hereafter. So live your life as if you would live forever, meaning study hard, as you're doing today. Be an entrepreneur. Be a businesswoman, businessman. Aim to be rich in this life, have a house, have money, but also live for tomorrow, live for akhirah as if you die tomorrow. Always remember Allah. How can we balance things? How can we live in parallel? And really, for me, it's helped me a lot. And I've heard this, you know, Irina said this, Mr. Sharif said this. To be successful, of course, it's not something that you do on your own. You can do it on your own, but it will take a long time. You will have good people around you, strong people who believe in what you're doing. You have to work hard. Again, atqan, perfection, a vision, and of course, the number one thing that also you mentioned. Hey, by the way, did you see what I was going to say? Because you stole everything I said now. You took everything I was going to say. I'm joking. No, because I was like, okay, Mr. Sharif said everything so good, so I don't want to say it again. But the last thing I want to say is that, you know, again, what Mr. Sharif said, that when you want to do something, because I was really questioning myself, why do I want to do this? And going back to, you know, the intention, what's the intention? So some people sometimes ask me, like, what do you want to give advice to youngsters, to young people who want to become artists, or they want to do something and become known, etc. I always say this, you know, these three things, that the intention is number one. Why do I want to do this? Again, Mr. Sharif said this. Do I want to do this to become rich, to become millionaire, to become famous? Or do I want to do this to have an impact on people, to make a difference? And second thing, it's very important to have these good people around you. Not just who supports you, not just who believes in you, but also to remind you where you come from, why you're doing this today, and what your goals are. So these things, inshallah, advice to everyone who wants to become something in life, you know, to have the right intention, to work very hard. And you know, I can say something, this university, mashallah, I'm very proud to come here and see, because, thank you. Because you know, the seminar today is about Muslim entrepreneurs. Muslim people who will make a difference in this life, inshallah. And inshallah, I hope every one of you will be one of these people, inshallah.